Hey, what's going on, world? Zeus Cruz here from Olympian Multimedia, welcoming you to a segment of From Point A to B, where we're going to break down some tips, provide some tips, some guidelines, basically just encouragement for aspiring artists who's having a little bit of a mental block and don't know how to take their project to the next step. We're going to offer a little series of videos to give you a little bit of hints and pointers that can hopefully get your project from point A to point B. In this particular segment, we're going to talk for aspiring poets and authors who's trying to get their book project off the ground. For many of y'all, you know I'm a poet, author, and I had the privilege of publishing 5 books over a period of a couple years. Basically deal with poetry and short stories. Have a whole collection. I even had the privilege of working on a collaborative book with a couple other authors. And I also had the opportunity to helping a first-time author, LJ Casper, publish her first book. So definitely with anything in life, no matter what you do in life, you got to have a sincere passion for it. You got to be totally in tune with the craft and finding ways to better your craft, to get better at it, to put out a better product so people can invest their time into being involved with your talent and your passion. So how can that help you about? What kind of tips can we provide to help with you to get back in focus? Well, let's go check this out. Let's go to the whiteboard. Now you probably could talk to a whole bunch of different people, and they'll probably give you a whole grocery list, maybe a whole big outline of different things that you can do to kind of get you to that next level, that next step for putting together your book project. But to me, it really just comes down to 4 different things. Again, it's up to you personally to work on it the way you see fit and what you're comfortable with. I'm just giving my viewpoints as far as the process that I go through mentally when I'm putting together my next book, which I'm currently doing. So let's check it out. Number 1, pretty much self-explanatory, straight to the point. Discover what type of writer you want to be and what genre captures your passion. So what does that mean? Well, simply put, you got to have an understanding of what type of writer you want to be. Whether you want to be a novelist, you want to write about crime, maybe you want to do romance, maybe you want to be a science fiction writer, a poet, maybe you just want to do a compilation of short stories, maybe you want to do things that, or write from an instructional standpoint, kind of giving people a tutorial in a literary sense of how to do different things. Whatever you decide to be, or what type of writer you want to be, it has to start with your passion. It's got to be something that you're really into. The reader's not going to know you personally, so they got to express your personality through your writing. And the best way to come about it is you have to write about stuff that you're passionate about. Don't base it off what other people might be doing or writing about. Write for you, always first and foremost. Number 2, draw ideas from experience. That's the best way to start. Experience, your life. You done been through a lot of stuff, a whole bunch of different events that's happened through your life. Draw from that. Get your inspiration from there. There might be certain things that's happened during your life that you could kind of draw from, and that could be the premise for what type of writer you want to be and the style in which you want to write. You know, you can't get any better than that. You can go off of what you see other people doing. Obviously, if you're a writer, you're also a reader. So obviously, you're fans of other authors, and you kind of maybe want to follow in their footsteps a little bit and see what they do. But again, if you want the best product and you want people to really be in tune with what you're writing, it really needs to start from yourself, and it starts from what you experience in life, and then you can put that into your book or your poem. 3, find a format to write that you're comfortable with. Well, what does that mean? Well, it starts from a point A. You know, obviously, once you got a concept in place, an idea in place, you do know or understand what type of writer you want to be. Obviously, you got to make application of it. But each person has a different way of going about their journey to get to point B. Well, here's mine. It gets no basic than this: a dictionary. Me personally, I study a dictionary. What does a dictionary have? Obviously, words. Words is what comprise your book and poem. So from here, I just go ahead and study and basically just look at different words. You know, look at it if they're for a pronoun, adjective, adverb, so on and so on. Just get a basic understanding of their meanings and stuff. That's basically what you want to do too. You want to challenge yourself as a writer. You don't want to kind of be dormant and repetitive in your writing, using the same words and phrases. The best way to increase your vocabulary, obviously just reading anything, a magazine, another book. But this is also a good thing too, is just to have a dictionary. And just look at the words and look how they're used within a sentence. Then from there, I kind of make a roadmap, a blueprint for myself, where I just jot down a whole bunch of different words, phrases. Again, it looks like scribble. Even certain ones that I wasn't too familiar with the meaning, I go ahead and jot down the meaning to the word. But to me, this might look like gibberish to other people, but to me, this provides a template for me to put my thoughts together. And then from there, I can gradually build on my concept, and then my poem or my book starts to take structure. Now, this may not work for you, because from here, obviously this turns into complete thoughts. I can start making paragraphs. I can start really shaping my writing to the way I see fit. Now, again, this may not work for you, but that's why you have to have an understanding of yourself and find that format that you're comfortable with so you can put your project together. Last but not least, develop your concept constant. Do not be consumed with the particulars. Just write. Just keep writing. Don't worry about proofreading. If you're going to have different subtexts and titles, let's say you're going to have multiple chapters, don't worry about any of that. All that will come in time. Just keep writing. Keep writing. Build on that. Because it's real easy to just kind of get into that mode where you just kind of stop. And then you get into that mental block, that writer's block. You're just like, man, I was on a roll. Now I don't know how to complete this thought. Or I had this concept in play. It's all in my head, but I can't generate that onto this pen and paper. So just keep writing. Even if it's just a little at a time. Just keep writing. And trust me, your ideas will start coming to life and everything will position itself in its proper balance. So here you go. These are my 4 tips from a poet author, Zeus Cruz. You can find the whole collection on Amazon.com as well as BarnesandNobles.com. So if you get a chance, check it out. But again, I appreciate spending some time with me. Again, I'm Zeus Cruz from Olympian Multimedia. And yes, this is a Tito Suave production. Till next time, keep writing.